are here with Maddie McLean, Head of Marketing here at Reptilia, surrounded by over 250 animals. Maddie, tell us about some of those species.
So we've got a whole bunch of different species here at our zoo, but we also have lots of other things. So we've got arachnids, which consists of mostly our spiders, and we've got amphibians as well. So we've got a couple different amphibians like axolotls and frogs and stuff like that.
So cool. So some people have never really seen reptiles before. What are some stereotypes people have before coming here that are just not true?
I would say the biggest stereotype with reptiles is people tend to think that they're scary or gross, but they're definitely not, and they always play a very important role in any ecosystem. So we definitely like to debunk those fears when people come here and kind of show them that reptiles are not scary, spiders aren't scary, and they're definitely not gross either.
Now tell us, a lot of these animals, about 75% of them are actually rescues, and it's so cool that you're committed to finding these animals sustainable homes. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so most of our animals here are rescues. They've come from a variety of different circumstances. We've got a Burmese python that someone found in a car that was abandoned out in Calgary. We've got a crocodile monitor who was actually found roaming the streets of St. Catharines, all the way down to just people who can no longer take care of their pets. Sometimes just bring them over to us, and we do take a lot of those in. So definitely a whole bunch of different stories and different ways that we get our reptiles here.
So if people come here and then realize their love for these animals and reptiles, they actually have the option of adopting them, is that right?
Yes, we have an adoption program here. So essentially what we do is some of those reptiles that do come into us from other people who can no longer take care of them, we take them in, we make sure that they're nice and healthy and good to go to a new home, and then we find new homes for them. We kind of screen people, make sure that they're going to the right home and that they can care for them properly. And yeah, we always try and find them the best home possible.
I'm so excited to learn more about all of the things here, but before I get into that, tell me, what do you love so much about working here?
One of my favorite things that we do is we have an area that we go and we actually check the species out there. There's different reptile species, and we report that back to the ministry. We also have some native species here that we like to teach people about, so lots of different things throughout the year.
Ariana, you are the lead zookeeper here at Reptilia. I am so excited to learn more about these animals. Tell us what makes reptiles so unique.
Yeah, so reptiles are actually a really special group of animals. Something that makes them super unique is the fact that they are kind of ectothermic. Some people refer to this as cold-blooded. It basically just means that they regulate their internal body temperature by using the outside temperature. So you'll see a lot of them start to bask in the sunlight to warm themselves up, and then they'll move away from the heat and kind of burrow down. That makes them a little bit cooler. Their diets can range in anything from being opportunistic, which means they eat almost anything that comes into their field of view, anything that fits into their mouth. They can be carnivores, herbivores, omnivores, and there's even some really cool specialist eaters that specialize on one certain different prey item.
As the lead zookeeper, your top priority is the safety of these animals. Tell us how you go about doing that.
So whenever we have any of the animals out for any public events, the cast members are very highly trained to be able to look for any signs that the animal may be exhibiting stress or that they're finished with the encounter. And they're able to kind of keep the reptiles safe that way by putting them away, giving them a little bit of a break. And if it gets too hot or too cold, they will also put them away and get them into their proper temperature gradient to be able to make sure that the reptiles stay nice and safe.
You have several shows going on here every day. Tell us about some of those shows.
So we do have shows happening. These happen in the theater, and essentially what happens is a zookeeper will bring out some of our educational ambassadors. They'll tell the public some facts about these animals, let them get to know these animals. Previously, before COVID, we were actually having people interact with the animals. Unfortunately, we're not able to do that now, but right now what the guests do is they get to learn some really cool facts about these animals and get a really nice up-close view.
Ariana, I heard we're doing something really cool today. What do we have planned?
So today we're actually going to get you into our alligator exhibit, and you will be feeding some of our alligators a treat that they really love. It's a specialized pellet called croc chow, and we're going to get you in there and we're going to get you feeding our alligators.
All right, well, I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited. Let's do this. All right. We are here with the gators, and they're moving quickly. We are about to feed them some pellets. What are inside of these pellets?
Yeah, so these are our Missouri croc chow pellets. So essentially what they are, it's a really healthy, complete pellet that has a blend of all of the different meats that they would be eating in the wild, as well as some organ meats as well, and they've basically compacted it into this really healthy, great pellet that these guys absolutely love. So what you're going to do when you're feeding them is you are going to wait for her to come near you. You're going to throw this pellet right towards the side of their mouth, because that's where she can sense that there's food and there's a difference in the water. So she's going to chomp down on that, and you're going to get to feed our alligators today.
That is so cool, and they won't come up and eat me alive.
They will not come up. They are very well behaved and very well trained. Come up.
All right,
So.
ready, and... Guys, I am about to get over my fear of spiders, and I'm going to hold a tarantula. I'm having a little bit of a panic attack, but oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. All right.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
So flat hand.
Flat hand. Oh, I cannot believe there's a spider on me right now. Oh, it's so furry. It's so furry. It's so, holy moly. Actually really cool. This is really cool. Okay. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm good now. Yeah. Okay. That's actually so, that's terrifying.